My teaching philosophy has always included elements of honesty and respect. Honesty is important in the teaching world with every person that you come into contact with. You have to be honest with your students, honest with their parents, honest with your faculty, the people around you, honesty with your administrators. Being able to get the support you need, and then also allowing your students to know what's really going on and let them take charge of their learning. Be honest about what the learning goals are and what you're trying to get them to achieve. Be honest about deadlines. I also include respect. Respecting students looks like being prepared, doing your professional development, keeping up on your content, as well as knowing what's going to happen that day, being able to adjust on the fly because you're prepared with other tools and prepared to meet those students that are gifted and those students that have different learning styles and need for you to adapt to them. The more prepared you can be, I think the better the classroom will run. How my philosophy has changed throughout my student teaching is that I've had to realize that teaching sometimes isn't always about your core subject. Teaching is about making good people. Not every student that comes to my class is going to become a professional dancer, but every student that comes to my class is going to learn how to be a respectful and responsible person. Technology often goes hand in hand with the dance classroom. Naturally, we're always using music devices and have started using video recording in order to enhance choreography memorization and to share it with other people. Technology is so important to dance because without it, we had to create whole notating systems in order to record dance. And although those notation systems are still incredibly useful, it's great that we can use things like Instagram and live video in order to enhance the community of dance and be able to share dance with other people. I very much encourage students to not only watch videos of other dancers, but to make sure that they're putting their own work and their own creativity out there, to be able to see what their own peers are working on. It's important for teachers, especially dance teachers, to be able to incorporate new and developing technology into their classroom, not only to stay current, but to make sure that we're connecting to our students where they are. The students are using technology, so we should too. Recently, we've discovered that sometimes dance has to completely utilize technology. Recently, since we haven't been able to gather, many dance teachers have taken to teaching class online. Although this isn't the traditional route, we're all navigating what this means for the future of dance and unlocking the borders of what a traditional dance class can be. Being a teacher with a Christian worldview in a public school setting looks like learning, leading, and serving. I learn from my students every day. I usually use the term namaste with them, which means the teacher in me thanks the teacher in you. I learn things about the whole world from my students. I learn about them and what they're going through and their different communities and lives, and I learn about how they think. It helps me to become a better teacher and for our classroom to become more of a community. Everyone in the room should be learning all the time. The second is leading. I like to be a leader in my community. I don't just show up and do the hours that I'm supposed to. I come early and I stay a little late. I talk to my students during. The second is lead. I try to be a leader in my school community. I hold myself to really high standards. I make sure that I'm always following all of the employee dress codes and codes of conduct, and that I'm treating everyone with respect. Students should be able to look to me as someone who is fair and honest all the time, and shows leadership qualities by making sure that other people get what they need before I get what I need, and making sure that things have equity. The third is serve. I think it's important to serve my students. I don't just leave things for the janitor to do, and I help them with things. Can I hold that for you? I'll hold the door for you. Clean up our own messes, showing them that service is important, and also servicing them. Can I give this to you in a different translation? Do you need to come in at lunch to complete that? Doing favors for people that you don't have to, because you want for their education and their life to be better.